And good day, fellow clanmates. It is LJ the Warrior speaking from the tops of High Rock, and I welcome you all back to the second edition of the Warrior Cats podcast. It's your boy LJ the Warrior here once again. This time I'm bringing along my man, David.
What's up, my fellow audience? It is I, TheGreatestBruhMoment, joining LJ the Warrior on top of this podcast, I guess.
But yeah, basically, I got David here. I decided that after the first episode, I think I just want to bring in a guest, somebody who actually knows a bit about the series.
And that guest is me.
It is David. It is Mr. Benjamin. I hope you enjoyed episode 1. Today, I'll actually be talking about more of the books themselves. In the first episode, I mainly just spoke about my personal experiences with the series. But today, I'm really going to be going over a lot of the... I'm going to actually be talking about the books and the characters themselves, along with my friend Benjamin.
Hello.
All right, first and foremost here, let's get to know Mr. Benjamin a little bit. How about that? How are you feeling today, David?
I'm doing pretty good.
I gotta
How about
say,
you?
it's a pretty... I did not want to wake up this morning. I'm telling
Same.
you. There is nothing worse than going to your geometry class at 8 o'clock in the morning on a Monday. Something about that just...
I don't know. I think my first class is pretty decent. I got Greenhouse.
Oh, that's cool. That's okay. That's actually fun.
Greenhouse is so fun, though.
Yeah.
Today we're growing important setups. We're taking care of those, and it's pretty awesome.
Yeah, that is great. So, David, tell us a little bit about yourself. Like, what are some things you like to do?
Well, hello. My name is David Benjamin. I run a channel known as TheGreatestBruhMoment. I did a podcast over the upcoming Magic the Gathering set, Innistrad: The Midnight Hunt. Basically, I went over some of the new cards and stuff, but it was widely unfinished because I just didn't have enough time to do what I wanted with the series,
Yeah, we are on time constraints here with these podcasts. We are on time constraints.
But other than that, I'm just a chill 17-year-old now working a waiter job at a local fast food, if you can even call it that.
Oh, yeah. All right, so that's a little bit about Mr. Benjamin here. And now, so, David, you hopped on this podcast because you do know a little bit about Warrior Cats yourself, correct?
Quite.
That's nice. So why don't you tell us a little bit about your personal experiences with Warriors?
Well, I picked up a book when I was in like 7th or 8th grade, and it just kind of stuck with me,
Yeah, that's true. That's kind of how it started with me.
It started off when I picked up Warriors Into the Wild because I had to do a book.
Like a report?
Yeah, report. Yeah. And I was like, wait a minute. This is lit.
it's lit. Travis Scott. Yeah.
Basically, that's how it was. And I started reading up until I moved away from my school. I was at like the start of either The Fourth Apprentice or Omens of the Stars.
The first book in Omen of the Stars is The Fourth Apprentice. So, wow, look at that.
I'm so smart.
David with the high IQ plays here.
Infinite IQ.
Wow, dude, just no smooth brain, just big brain. Your head is like you guys can't see this, but like David's right next to me now. His head is like about ready to explode because he's just so smart.
Infinite knowledge.
All right, so really, we're just mainly going to be talking about Warriors, mainly the first book. I think for the first episode where I'm actually talking a lot about the books themselves, I just think the first book is a good place to start. Mm-hmm. So, first off, I think the most people that are watching this, I'd say they're Warrior Cats fans, unless you're like my teacher. So I think we should do a better job just explaining what Warriors is. And I think that's a good transition into starting how the way Warriors introduced the series to the readers is really good. Because think about it, they started as you start as Firestar, or I guess Rusty, right? He's a kitty pet, and
basically a house cat, if you guys don't know.
Yeah, that's pretty much like your pet cat. That's pretty much a kitty pet. And I just think you're not starting just boom right in the middle of everything, and you kind of have to learn everything through that. It's like you come into the series as an outsider because the readers themselves are coming in as an outsider.
Yeah, and that's what I really liked about reading the first book is because we got an introduction to who the character was, who the main character was in the first 5 books. And I just personally really like that.
Yeah, the way, because we came in, we learned about the series and we learned about the clans and the laws and the code and everything. We learned about those things with Firestar.
Yeah, or Rusty as he's and soon to be Firepaw.
Yeah, who of course becomes Fireheart, then becomes Firestar, and blah 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 blah.
Yeah, the story goes on from there.
Yeah, but I just think that because we learn about things like hunting and the other clans and the warrior code and Blue Star and all the other cats and everything, everyone that we get to know
along with him.
Yeah, along with him, and I just think that is just such a good. And honestly, that could translate well into film. I think it would have someone come in as an outsider and learn everything. I think it'd work on the screen. Mm-hmm. Because of course, in 2016 there was an announcement that film rights have been purchased by Alibaba Pictures out in China. That a Warrior Cats film was in pre-production. Of course, I think they are probably still in the pre-production phase. Probably just signing on writers still.
I did not know that.
Yeah, there you go. That was announced in October 2016. Wow, that was a long time ago.
Every day's a school day.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah. That was just something that could happen because it's a film and. The film, right? Technically, a film was being made. It's not going to come out for a very long time. We'll be long gone at high school.
Before it even makes it to the screens.
Yeah.
Is it just going to be like an animated shorts or like a
movie?
They
said no. It's like an actual full length film, like a live action CGI mix, which I think. So when I thought about it, I think it'll kind of be like the live action Lion King, which, I mean.
Live action Lion King was pretty good.
It was okay. I just think the problem was a lot of the character expressions were bland, but I think that's when the CGI along with the live action is going to make it look a lot better.
Yeah.
But I mean, I do have a lot of questions though surrounding the Warrior Cats movie because think about it, in the first book, how many cats die in the first book?
Well, let's see. There was Redtail, was it?
Yeah, Redtail.
Then we have
Oakheart.
Yeah, Oakheart. He dies.
Lionheart. Mm-hmm. Spotted Leaf.
Yeah, Spotted Leaf dies. I cried when Spotted Leaf died.
Dude, Spotted Leaf's death was tragic. I don't know.
Both for me and you and Fireheart.
Yeah, dude, Fireheart was just devastated. I know Blue Star lost a life that day. In not that day in that book. I believe Broken Star also lost a life in that book. Yeah, there was a lot of death in just the first book alone, and when they make a film about that, it'll be interesting to see how they put that in the film.
Yeah, and then I can just imagine what's going through Rusty's head, and he's just like, "Why are all these people dying? I just made all these friends, and they're all dead."
Honestly, that's what probably a lot of kids will be thinking if they see the movie. Imagine just the little kids just saying, "It's like, Mommy, why are the cats fighting?
Mommy, why are the cats fighting?" And then they just die, and they're like,
ah! It's like Mufasa's death, except 8 times.
Oh.
Mufasa 8 times over. That'll be one of the saddest movies of all time.
Dude, imagine Fire and Ice too.
Dude,
with the ending though.
Yeah, the ending of Fire and Ice. Oh God, that would be pretty. And then the next one, when Silverstring dies giving birth, I can only imagine what would you do for that in a film?
I don't know. I guess how you would normally do it, I guess.
But how would you because I read a Wikipedia page about this on the Warriors Wiki. Yeah. The Warriors Wiki is very it's a hot
thing.
It's most especially. But I read in the main director, he said he was trying to make it appeal to all audiences, which is going to be interesting to see the route that they go with it, because there is a lot of violence, which violence in the book, violence in books and violence in movies are two completely different things.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of blood. There's a lot of blood in Warriors.
Yeah, but it's descriptive.
Yeah, it's descriptive, but actually seeing it on the screen is something different.
Yeah, it's just going to be a whole bunch of different. It's like, hey, wait a minute, I didn't read about that.
It's like, oh my gosh, look at it. There's blood flying everywhere. Why is that? Oh my God, there's so much blood.
Oh, was it The Darkest Hour where Tiger Star
dies? He dies in that.
Yeah, I know, but didn't he lead a whole bunch of dogs and stuff?
That was in the book before. But yeah, still, again, that's also... And then actually in that book, Scourge, he literally, I'm sure you remember, he rips his... he pretty much rips Tiger Star's guts open. He just gets him like a little uppercut, and he just absolutely like
Yeah,
that's literally what he did. Like Tiger Star lost all 9 of his lives there, one hit from Scourge. Like he just boom, like right up his stomach, and just lost like all his. He lost like 9 major organs. Like his organs were like falling out, which I don't think he'd be able to do very well with the movie.
That's not good, Chief. That's not good, Chief.
Yeah, this ain't it. But I guess yeah, we kind of got off on a little side rant there, just talking about the film and how Warriors would translate into film, which is all right.
Hey, this is all just on the table.
I mean, it is, because the Warrior Cats movie is a thing, and that's honestly one of my big questions is, how are they going to make this?
Yeah, like, how are they going to play it out? Because there's, like, death, childbirth.
Yeah, I know, there's
They might just do what they did with the Game of Thrones.
Yeah, I guess, but, like, the thing is, because it's going to be animated cats, and I just think, like, really the only kind of animated films that work are like animated kids films, and like technically the Warriors are considered a children's book, but if you've actually read the books, like, not
yeah,
really.
dude, it's like Netflix series like Centaur World, and there's also Adventure Time, yeah, there was a whole bunch of dark stuff in there too.
I think Warriors could kind of work as an Adventure Time, but I just think that stuff works as a TV show, but like think about how expensive it's going to be to make a whole movie and to make all that. Yeah. They're walking a thin line with Warrior Cats, but I hope they'll do well.
Yeah, I hope so too, because that is actually something I want to see.
Yeah, I can already see myself being like 25, 30 years old.
Yeah, just in the theater, we're just
in the theater watching it, and it's like some kids movie, and I'm disappointed. My whole life.
And there's just no violence or anything. It's like, oh, hey, we're all friends. It's like, that's not what happened in the book.
It's like they find ways to, it's like Firepaw talks to Broken Star, and they work things out. It's like, no. This isn't what happens.
This ain't it, Chief.
It's like they're not it's not some like kid's story where it's like, oh, the villain is now good and he recognizes his mistakes. No, Broken Star literally gets exiled and then comes back and then gets blinded and then gets killed by his mother. Like that. That's not what. That's not what happened. Don't do that, and don't do that in a movie. So,
yeah. We're going to be honest, audience. This was going to be about the first book, but then we spent like 7 minutes talking about the movie.
Yeah. So, I mean, we might as well just keep going.
Yeah.
So, I mean, think about it, okay? So, do you think, personally, what is your dream Warrior Cats movie scenario?
Let's see here. I think we deserve a movie on Firestar's journey.
Oh, so like Firestar's Quest.
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, where he goes and discovers the new lands.
SkyClan. Oh, that's in it. That I never thought about that.
He restores SkyClan, and we have all this drama going on between the clans. Because so he's trying to restore what once was. And in order to do that, we have wildcats and kitty pets even. Mm-hmm. Like he was... Along with his, girlfriend at the time?
I think Sandstorm. Was Sandstorm officially his mate yet?
Yeah, I think he did because they had kids.
They did, but they didn't have kids literally the epilogue of that book. It was when they said they had kids. So
I think...
And the whole thing with Spotted Leaf was a reoccurring theme throughout that book.
Yeah, because Spotted Leaf, they start to lose hope, and then Spotted Leaf literally just T-poses down and is like, hey, you need to keep doing this and just rise back up.
Cat Jesus. Spotted Leaf did play the role as Cat Jesus.
Honestly, Spotted Leaf is Cat Jesus in his eyes.
Dude, really, and it's like the argument, like the whole relationship drama between Sandstorm and Firestar in that book is a little interesting. But so, like, do you think that you should make where do you think you would put Firestar's Quest? Do you think that would be the only movie they made, or like do you think they'd make first couple books? And
the first couple books they should have it as an animated series.
And
then have like the specials as like
like
that's like movies.
I think of like a Teen Titans thing, Trouble in Tokyo. Like you know how they they had like of course the main series of Teen Titans. Then they had Teen Titans go to the movies, which was a thing, and then the Teen Titans movie Trouble in Tokyo, I believe was the name of it. Like I think Warriors could really work as a thing like that.
Yeah.
Because honestly, when you were done talking, I was going to say my thing. I really think that Warrior Cats could work in like a Teen Titans or like a kind of almost like a not really an anime, but like a like original Teen Titans kind of Adventure Time mix. I think it could really work as that.
I can see it like that.
Yeah, I think because I think about it, there's so many books in the series, and there's so many like side quests and side characters. It's hard to fit all of that into one film. And if you make it into a TV show, not only is the budget a lot like shorter, like the budget is a lot smaller. You don't necessarily have to rely on just immediate. Everyone goes to the theater and watches it. You can maybe wait a couple seasons for the ratings to slowly pick up, and it'll just give you so much more time for other.
Yeah, because like I can see it like this: have each other chapter of like the book be like a certain episode,
or like you could split like a certain book in half and have like.
And have that as like an episode, and then each season should be back on like the series of the books. Like you have the first 5 books be one season, then it jumps to the other series, which was I think the New Prophecy, was it?
Yes.
But then in between you should have like a movie of like Firestar's Quest.
Yeah.
All that.
You have like a because I mean think about it, there's a lot of TV movies for like Pokemon and things like that. And I think Warrior Cats, they're based off of books, and the books are still being written. That is, and there's like I think around 80 books in the series. Now not all of them would work into film. Obvious Legends of the Clans, Cats of the Clans, Codes of the Clans. Those things wouldn't work in any kind of.
Yeah, because there's a whole bunch of prequel, sequels.
Yeah,
like what they did with Dawn of the Clans.
Which, yeah, I mean, honestly, you could dedicate a whole season. I just think making Warrior Cats into, as I said earlier, like a Teen Titans kind of like, not necessarily an anime, but like it takes elements from an anime and making it into a TV series, like just a Netflix original or something like that. I think that would be a lot better, personally.
But yeah, Netflix is going to have to buy out if they work with the Hunters to make it a Netflix original.
Yeah, which, I mean, maybe not necessarily a Netflix original, but just like, there's an animated series I think Warriors would work a lot better as.
Yeah, but here's the real question. If, let's just say this does get to be a show, where would it, come on? Like Cartoon Network, Nickelodeon?
That's a good point. Yeah,
I'm pretty sure Cartoon Network would just be like, this is our cup of tea. Because they had a whole bunch of dark shows like that back in the day. We had Scooby-Doo, Courage the Cowardly Dog, Adventure Time, regular show.
Yeah, exactly. They had a lot of... They've had a lot of...
And that would just fit perfectly into the mix.
But the thing is, Cartoon Network has it's not like that as it once was. Cartoon Network has definitely...
it's transition. Now we have shows like OKKO... I don't know if Steven Universe is a thing still.
Steven Universe also kind of falls in that category. That actually falls a lot into that category.
Because we had a whole bunch of character death in there too.
Yeah, and it had like a serious kind of dark tone.
And in like one of the first few episodes, we show the power of like the crystals with the Fibro episode.
Yeah,
that was terrifying in my eyes.
I think Steven Universe also kind of course, Steven Universe ended along with the movie. Steven Universe is a great show, by the way. If you haven't seen it, I definitely recommend it.
Yeah, if you haven't seen Steven Universe, you are missing out.
It's Steven
Same thing with everything else we mentioned.
Everything else, like Courage, Teen
Titans,
Adventure Time,
regular show,
all those things.
Centaur World. Have you seen Centaur World?
I have not.
It's amazing. You should see it. It's on Netflix.
Okay, I do. I actually, after the softball game I work at today, I can probably go check that out. Definitely.
Oh, it starts off slow, but then it quickly picks up.
I just think that with Warrior Cats, I just think it was the way that Cartoon Network has transitioned into something different. I almost think that like Fox or Disney should buy it out, and then like it can not necessarily like an adult cartoon like The Simpsons, Family Guy, but like
because they already transitioned the rights to show the Pokemon anime from Cartoon Network to Disney.
Exactly, yeah.
And I think they're starting to do that with other things as well, because they have a whole bunch of classics on their secondary child channel, Boomerang.
Mm-hmm. Boomerang.
Which I don't even think it's owned by Cartoon Network, is it?
No, I don't. I think they have to have some correlation, surely, because they dump off a lot of old shows there. So I think they have to have some correlation. But I just think, if you can split up, maybe the first 6 books, or maybe if you can just split up a whole arc into 10 to 10, 13 episodes, I think that would work, honestly. I think that would work, because maybe you can have one book, or maybe you can have one book per episode, or close to that.
Yeah, but that was going to have to be some really long episodes, though. But hey,
or you can split it up.
Half a book.
Half a book is an episode. Then so 6 books in every arc. That'd put you around 12 episodes. Then think about it. You can make
each episode, because most of the books are really descriptive. It's deciding smells and taste and stuff. Like when Firepaw has his first mouse.
Yeah.
You get that taste, the description of the imagery. Taste.
Yeah.
And the smell, he smells the other cats. So there already cuts down half the book.
Yeah, which I think, so there will be cuts, just in the movie, there's going to be cuts. I think mainly it's just about, it's not going to be an Outsiders thing where literally everything that's in the book is in the movie. I think there's obviously going to be cuts. I think, with me, it's just thinking, what are they going to cut? Because I hope they don't cut anything. Of course, Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings, literally anything, Chronicles of Narnia, literally anything that's had a movie adaptation, fans have complained, oh, I can't believe you left out this in the books.
Yeah, but they have to do that.
They have to do it, which it's kind of unfair to them. But, I mean, I think really, I'm pretty sure everyone who knows about the Warrior Cats movies, is except, probably you, just in the time we've talked about it, I think you know that there's going to be cuts.
Yeah, there are going to be cuts.
I guess it's just hoping that they don't cut out something absolutely massive. And I don't think stupid.
If they have to appeal to a younger audience, if they have to cut out a character death, then we're going to be on a little shaky ground. But I could understand that, depending on who it is.
I mean, yeah, I think cutting out,
because Red Tail, we just hey, he's our clan deputy and he just died. We don't know who he is. He just died.
That is true. Or I think Lionheart's death too. I think Lionheart, and in the whole first book, I think maybe Lionheart's death is the most insignificant. Just because, or I think Rosetail also dies in the first book. Those 2 deaths are very. Lionheart is a little more because Lionheart is portrayed as a power figure. But I think just in the first 2 books, I just think maybe those are the most insignificant deaths.
Yeah, because we can just leave those out. But other deaths, we can leave in, but just make it a little more quote unquote child friendly.
Yeah, which that's a whole decision for another day. All right, and that is going to end this second episode of LJ the Warrior Cats podcast. Thank you, Danger Benjamin.
Featuring The Greatest Bruh Moment, and it has been a pleasure to talk about this with you.
This was fun. Originally, we were going to be talking about the first book, but this disintegrated into us talking about
the movie, how we were going to...
Which I think it'll be a fun listen. Anyway, thank you so much for coming on today.
Yeah, not a problem.
Yeah, so, this will just do it for episode 2. I hope to see you in episode 3. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Have a wonderful day, and as always, may StarClan light your path.